You just opened escrow. Congratulations! You're picturing yourself in your new home in Glendale. Maybe you're grabbing a coffee at the coffee commissary or heading to Montrose for a weekend farmer's market trip. But in the back of your mind, you might be wondering, what are the chances of this deal actually making it to the finish line? Well, after 30 years as a real estate agent here in Glendale and Los Angeles, I can tell you escrow isn't always a smooth ride. But if you understand the process, you can set the right expectations and avoid surprises along the way. When a home first goes under contract, there's about a 30% chance of it falling apart, and that is an industry average. That number might sound high, but there are a few key hurdles every buyer has to clear before an escrow can close. The first big test is the home inspection. Buyers hire an inspector to go through the home from top to bottom, looking for potential issues. Plumbing leaks, roof problems, electrical concerns, foundation cracks, you name it. Sometimes the inspection goes smoothly and the buyer moves forward with no issues. Other times the report reveals unexpected problems and the buyer has to decide what to do next. They might negotiate for repairs or ask for a credit, or in some cases, they might even walk away from the deal altogether. This is where many escrows in Glendale fall apart. If the deal survives the home inspection, the chances of escrow falling out drop from 30% down to 10%, and that's a major step forward. Now, there's another hurdle that not everyone is thinking about right away, and that's fire insurance. Because of the recent wildfires in Glendale and Altadena, getting home insurance, especially in areas like Chevy Chase Canyon, Adams Hill, or near the Verdugo Mountains, has become a lot tougher and way more expensive. Some buyers don't realize this until they're deep into escrow, and if they can't find reasonable coverage, well, it can kill the deal. And if you're buying a home in Glendale, check insurance options before you get too far into escrow. It could save you from a last-minute surprise that could derail your entire purchase. Next up is financing. Even if a buyer has been pre-approved for a loan, they still have to go through full underwriting. The lender is going to verify income, debt, and credit one last time before giving their final stamp of approval. Then comes the appraisal. The lender orders an independent appraiser to come and confirm that the home is worth what the buyer is paying. Now, if the appraisal comes in lower than the actual purchase price, that can lead to problems. Lenders will only lend based on the appraised value, not the contract price. So at this point, the buyer has a few options. They can make up the difference out of pocket, or they can try and renegotiate the price with the seller. And if they can't bridge that gap, then they might have to cancel the sale altogether. But here's the good news. If a buyer gets their loan, gets the home appraised, and the fire insurance is good, and they go through their inspection, the chances of falling out drop again from 10% to just 1%. Now, once you've cleared those hurdles, things are looking really solid. But like I always remind my clients, it's never 100% until those keys are in your hand. So what are the chances of your escrow falling out? Well, it starts at about 30% when escrow first opens, and if you make it past the inspection and insurance, drops down to 10, and once you get that loan through, well, then you're only at a 1% chance of that escrow falling out. The key to a smooth escrow is working with an experienced Glendale real estate agent who knows how to navigate these hurdles before they become deal breakers. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Glendale, let's talk. I would love to help guide you through this process and make sure your escrow actually makes it to closing.